Let's go.
Quiet nights, there is no sound. Who needs a life with no fun around? Quiet nights, can't feel a pulse, can't hear a heartbeat. It's time to wake up.
Hello and welcome to Infinity Magazine. I have a very special guest today, and her name is Shanice Figeroux, and Shanice is an artist as well as a fashion designer. And so I'm going to bring her on so she can go over everything about her skills. She's very talented. I had a chance to look at the website. She's not only an artist or fashion designer, she's also involved in a lot of events. So we want to take a moment out so that we can learn more about Shanice. Hi, Shanice.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm blessed.
Okay, great. Great. Now, can you tell us, where are you from?
I'm from Queens, New York.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a New Yorker.
New York City.
New York City. Now, I will tell you this really quick before we get started. I had the opportunity to come to New York City for the very first time in my lifetime, and it was in June of 2017 when I drove my son to college at
what's cool.
and he attended the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, the one that's in New York. And I was like a kid in a candy store, especially when I went to Times Square, because this is something I've always been involved in, entertainment. And I've just always been just mesmerized with the different talents. So when I stumbled upon your website, I believe you had reached out. We did like a call, and we were looking for a variety. And Infinity Magazine wants to shine a spotlight and feature different types of a variety of talents in entertainment, sports. And so we stumbled upon your website, and I was like, oh, my God, this is really nice. And I love how you also have your videos there as well. With Infinity Magazine, it's a magazine, and we have print articles, but we also encourage videos. A lot of people are visual people, and then on the go, they may not have an opportunity to read, so they can, browse through it, they can listen, they can watch the videos.
Oh, yes.
So I think it's really great. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell our readers / listeners / video watchers more about you.
Well, I'm 33 years old, and I basically taught myself how to spray paint murals. I'm painting entire buildings and ceilings for local businesses, and I taught myself how to do that.
Wow.
Something in my heart wanted to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is why I feel if you want to do something, you can actually do it.
Yes.
It was deep in my heart. It was amazing, the process in which I saw all over the city. And I'm an artist. I paint canvases. Since the age of 9, I've been drawing.
Okay.
So this is something that was always there. I believe people they always tell me, oh, that's a gift. It's a gift, because I've been doing it since 9.
That is definitely a gift.
Selling them at 12 to different organizations. It's a bigger story. I need a kidney.
Okay.
I need a kidney since the age of 13.
Okay.
I've been in and out of the children's hospital. I used to do artwork and encourage other kids to get out of the bed. Art motivates me to live, to fight for tomorrow, that as long as you're here, it can be brighter.
Yes.
There's always another chance to change when there's tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So I don't live in the past. I've been through a lot, but I don't live there.
Right.
People live
Very
there.
inspiring.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've always moved forward. I've always
And you
moved
use
forward.
your art.
Yes, art brings me out of the dark. When people don't see me for a while, oh, I was having surgery. I'm back home. People don't know I've had surgery. I healed up for 2 weeks, and I'm painting a building outside in Bushwick for another local business.
Wow.
You fall down and you get back up again. Mentality is what keeps me going.
Yes.
Because no one's going to sit in your ear and say, get back up again, get back up again. No. You're your biggest promoter, supporter, cheerleader. The God in you is your cheerleader. The God in me is the art that's on these buildings and these canvases. The God in me is moving.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I've seen those buildings. And so you literally paint all of those, you paint those buildings by yourself.
Yeah. I'm commissioned
Freelancing
to do them.
Yes. Okay.
I'm
so
commissioned
she
to
doesn't
do all
have
of
a
them.
team. Wow.
No, I don't have a team, and because they know I'm working by myself, whatever I'm asking, they usually give to me. I'm an individual girl on a ladder.
Okay. Now, how long does it normally take for you to paint? I saw on your website there was I believe it was a beauty salon, or maybe it was a beauty supply store.
Yeah.
The storefront. How long does it normally take to paint, to style a building of like that commercial property?
Wow. So that, and I do a lot of, I've only done commercial properties because I want to brighten the community. I had to find a way to help the community.
Yes.
So I do businesses that everyone can enjoy. That's why I only target the businesses to do murals, and I try to be as fast as possible because they have to reopen tomorrow, you know?
Okay.
And so I usually take 4 to 6 hours to start a wall, and I try to get that done that day.
In the same day?
I'm very fast.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Definitely
I do a whole wall, like a bedroom wall. If someone had a bedroom wall from top to bottom, give me 4 to 6 hours.
Now, do you pre-design, or you already have it set, like when you're, or you, how do I word it? Is this on impulse? Like you see the wall and do you think at that moment, okay, I'm going to paint it like this? Or do you pre-design and kind of know ahead of time how you're going to actually paint that wall or paint that storefront? And do they give you what they want,
directions?
Or do they kind of let you directions, right? Or do you kind of go in on your own?
They look at the work that I can do. Everyone wants my style of art on their businesses. Okay. Whatever I'm doing, that's what they want.
Okay.
And yeah, I pick the colors. They pay me for the materials, but everything has been a freestyle on these businesses. I just show up. If I got to go to Jersey, I just show up.
Okay.
Yeah, and some of them have certain colors. Most of them never. They just want whatever I'm doing to cover this whole feeling, you know?
Okay.
So they do give me free range to be who I am, to express my specific abstract style. They want my style of abstract art.
And I'm sitting here thinking that, okay, this would probably take maybe about a week, or so you're saying the same day. That's a gift. And just even having the passion and the drive, like I just got my vehicle fixed, and it took them like 5 days to fix it. And then prior to that, it took them like 7 days before they can even, break it down. And I'm like, you did this for a wall. I am really impressed. And then not letting your condition and or anything like that stop you. And I hope that people will really listen at this and and know that no matter what you're going through, despite of any type of obstacles or adversary, what you're doing is I'm still living, and I'm still striving. I'm
I'm
doing
still
what I
worthy.
need to do.
That's
Exactly.
what it is.
Exactly.
People they lose self-worth with these different conditions that they're undergoing. Even high blood pressure. I got to sit down because, I don't want to catch a heart attack. The doctor, you have to live. As long as there's life, there's hope. And
Yes.
I am here. Oh, I am here, and I'm loud, and I'm bright. I don't care what my body is suffering from.
Yes. Exactly. Oh, my God, because I just had the same conversation with one of my relatives. I tried to really encourage her, and she had fallen really ill. And when I talked to her, the first thing she said is, "I'm slipping away." I said, "No, you're not.
Nope.
No, we're not going to even speak that way. You opened your eyes. You're alive. You're talking to me.
Yes.
What you just came out of, and you're talking to me now. I told someone I will be patiently waiting for her to call. That's not going to happen. No time soon." I said, I'm waiting, and I was on my way from LA, and as soon as I sat down in my seat heading back to Chicago, my phone rang, and it was her on the phone. And I said, "See? I'm like that. Yes, I am. We're like, we're just alike. I'm just older, but I feel the same way. I feel the same way. I did go into a depression because, I was fighting for my life, and, the doctors kept saying it so much. She's depressed. She got postpartum. She's depressed. She just had she's calling here. She's crying. And they embedded it in my head to the point where I'm not going to even say I believed it. I just gave up because they had my whole entire family. Everyone was convinced that what the doctor was saying about me was true. I got up a year later, and I wrote my first book. And writing is my thing. And I wrote my first book. And when I came, Move in Silence wasn't out back 16 years ago. But it was so therapeutic for me. But when I came out with the book, they were like, this girl was just like stuck in her room in the bed crying, And I had to do it. I woke up one day and I said, I'm not going to continue wasting my life like that, because no matter how many times they were telling me, you're blessed, because most people are purple and blue in the face and they don't make it. And I had to tell myself, I write, I've done a lot in my time, and I just wanted to make sure that I, share my story just like what you're doing, but also try to encourage people. Don't let that stop you, because when you wake up in the morning, you have something else to do. There's a purpose for you.
Yeah. It's a form of encouragement, really.
Yes.
Your book is going to change people's lives. You don't know what somebody is going through behind the door in the dark. Your book is going to change people's lives. That was God allowing you to help change those people. There was a way. He made a way for you to help them because you wanted to. That's why you wrote every word for someone, man and woman, to hear your words. And you got a way to get to them. That's a blessing that you found a way to get to them from your pain. You had to go through it to learn from it to teach.
Right.
How to come out of it. That's a blessing.
And I'm
really so proud of your book. I didn't even read it.
I'm
so proud of your book. That's amazing.
I'm like, yes, and I'm so happy. I tell people all the time. I tell you a little story about Infinity Magazine. People say I'm kind of like ahead of time. I actually try to do what is called now a digital publication.
Yeah.
And it was in the early 2000s. It wasn't really heard of.
Wow.
It just came to me. And I know I did one. I don't think I did the second one. But I did one, and now it's time, because now we have social media and so many things. And the magazine has actually, to my surprise, it just really took off. And so I said, I'm trying to provide platforms for talented people such as yourself, who we don't hear about, because we're always hearing about the same famous people that's been out for 10, 20, 30 years or more.
Already there.
And it's time to embrace these new talents and and say, hey, here's some people over here that's really doing some great things, and then you have a story behind it. So I'm really, 'cause when they told me that, can you call back, and I said yes, absolutely, and I didn't know your story. I
Yeah.
just know that I just needed to talk to you. And so
That's so
it
funny.
didn't click to me, with the area code. It didn't click to me because, like I said, my son was in New York, and I had a chance to come there a few times now. But it once they told me the area code, I was like, oh,
347.
and everything. So now let's talk about the clothing. You design clothing. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
How long have you been doing that portion? And just tell us about it. And you sell them, you custom made because it's handmade. So
Yeah,
everything is
handmade.
custom made, which is I love that. Okay, so let's talk about that. Tell us a little bit about that. The name of your design company.
My brand actually is my name, Figeroux.
Okay.
Figeroux is so it's MissFigeroux.com. But on my clothing, you'll see Figeroux somewhere.
Okay.
My last name. The clothing was me. Everyone can have one of my canvases. You might could get a copy of one of my originals, but everybody can't even get one of those. And I wanted to find a way to express the art for people that can't afford these big canvases.
Right.
I tried to put it out through my community. They're your biggest supporters, your own community. And I started designing hoodies.
Okay.
The hoodies.
I saw some of those in the T-shirts.
The hoodies and the T-shirts. Yep, they picked up an investor. Yep, they picked up an investor really fast. I made a couple myself. They picked up an investor. I made, they wanted me to make 100 hoodies. Those just kept spreading. The hoodies, I wanted something more unique. Because I paint canvases, for goodness sake, so I didn't want to just keep making hoodies. That's not me. I'm more complex.
Right.
So I started designing white button-up shirts as if they were canvases.
Okay.
I'm using the shirt as a canvas.
Okay.
And I'm putting whole paintings on the back of the shirt.
I saw that on the website.
And so people can walk around with it.
Right. Looks nice. It looks really, really nice.
Thank you so much. And
your prices are reasonable. I saw that.
Yes. Very. For the time that it takes for me to paint a whole painting on the back of your shirt, your white button-up shirt, that could have been on a canvas for a lot of money.
Right.
But I'm putting it on a shirt, and I'm taking just as much time with your shirt as I would for a painting.
Right.
And it was a way to get it walking around my artwork, to get it into the street, just like the hoodies. Now I'm going to put a whole painting on the back of these shirts and these jackets and this trench coat and these hats. It just started spreading.
Okay.
I had my first fashion show last year. My first fashion show.
Okay. And that was in New York?
It's in New York.
Oh, okay.
And there's another one coming up, actually. 2 fashion shows I was invited to. Mind you, I didn't want to do the clothes. I just want to paint the murals. I just want to paint the murals and the canvases, but they're being offered to me.
Right.
They're reaching out.
Doors and windows opening.
Yes.
That's everything. Yes, everything is opening.
Don't turn something away God is putting in front of you. Not if you have the energy and the strength to make it happen.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Because he's keeping you going for a reason.
Yes. Oh, Lord, he got something planned for me.
Yes. Oh, yes. And now besides the painting, and I went over some of the dialogue in the email, and I know that you're also involved. Is it in a community? I don't know if you're able to talk about it.
Organization. Yes.
Organization, right? Okay.
And I'm a part of the organization. It's actually called SET.
Okay.
And SET New York. And basically, we're going to be doing a fashion show to raise money for child trafficking. Online, though.
Okay.
For online child trafficking.
Okay.
And they have this art show, fashion show every year. This is my first time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they reached out to me. This is my first time even being involved. SET New York City. And they reached out. I'm like, oh, I understand what you guys are doing. I'm very interested in helping any way that I can help. And you are allowed to keep 100% of the proceeds.
Okay.
But I actually want to donate 100% of the proceeds. So whatever art that I sell, I can donate the proceeds, and I want the kids to have it.
Okay.
So,
now,
Fashion Week.
Just a light bulb just popped up in my head, because when I'm thinking child trafficking, I'm thinking, you know, a lot of which is becoming epidemic seemingly. Where, you know, children are being kidnapped. Just had a situation a couple of days ago with a relative. Very scary. Now, but when you said online,
the predators,
child trafficking. Oh, with the predators, right.
They are snatching them and no one sees. No one knows and no one sees because it's a secret conversation. It was never public snatching. The kid met up with them. They don't know better. They're being targeted, the little kids online.
Okay.
Little girls and boys, and they're being targeted by age. And they'll never see them get snatched because it's all a secret.
Okay.
The predators on the street can get caught. Somebody can actually catch them on camera.
Right.
Yeah. But online, it's very secretive. Meet me, behind your school. What school do you go to? They were just with their friends. I didn't see them get in no one's car, but they're missing. They told the person what school they went to, what town they was in, what block they was on. And I got a picture of what the kid looks like, too. So I'm going to find the kid, you know? The kids don't know better. Send me a picture of you. The kids don't know better.
And this is something that the parents, and I'm hoping that they're listening, because we have a lot of readers and listeners. You have to teach your children. You have to let them know, especially on social media. And the reason why I say this, like 10 years ago around this time, now as old as I am, I was probably one of the first people to ever be a victim of a cyber hoax with the imposter profile. But it was someone who knew me that worked in the industry. I didn't know that at first. Now, I know how it affected me to the point where previously I would always tell my son that little chat thingy, that little image on the chat back in the days, and I said, that's the boogeyman. Do not click that.
Oh, my God.
It will get you. And he wouldn't. But, you know, as they get older and with the Snapchat and, you know, with the Instagram and anyone, and I actually did a movie about it. It's called Cyber Hoax. And I actually showed in the movie how I was victimized and then how it's so easily to not know who you're communicating with. And so I can't even imagine, you know, and I think, you know, these kids have to be educated. And know, like, it's not just happening, you know, where, you know, a kid is walking home from school and you know, and someone just abruptly, you know, hey, let me offer you some candy. Then, like you said, to do it online.
It's deeper.
And they're giving the information. And then, or sometimes their phone their phone. Oh God, it's just
It's
like
premeditated. They work on the
yes.
kids. It's scary. It's more hateful. They work on the
Mhm.
kids for
Mhm.
months to gain trust.
Right.
You never know. And then they pretend they're kids. So the age that they're seeing was someone their age. They didn't know.
Right.
It was a
Right.
grown man. They was meeting after school that they gave
Oh
their school
wow.
address to. Oh, I go to school over there too. I live in your neighborhood. We from the same neighborhood. What school do you go?
Mhm.
It's just so easy
And there are a
and
lot of
dangerous.
registered sex offenders and predators that's
Yes.
supposed to register in your neighborhood. And here's the scariest part that just gave me the chills as we're talking about this. We as parents, we want to put, we have a tracker, a location tracker on our children's phones. Most of us do because they need a phone. But when you think about it, you got the location on there, but then you also their location is also being exposed. So
Wow.
wow. So yeah. So that's kind of yes. That's it's just kind of like, oh my God. Oh, we got to pray on it. And I try to make sure that mine, ever since my started, my oldest and then my younger ones, be very careful, not trusting. But they saw what happened to me as an adult.
Yes.
They saw, what happened to me, and so they knew at that point, okay, we don't need to get involved in, things like that. But he had created a whole
Exactly.
entire Facebook page and pretended to be me.
That's crazy.
And so would curse people out, and people were thinking it was me, and they were like, wait, that couldn't be her, because she doesn't even act, totally out of character. And I said, you know what?
Catfishing.
I'm going to turn this into a movie.
Wow.
Catfish, yeah. I'm going to turn this into, but back in 2010 when it was unheard of. So,
they
the
doing
detective
that.
was like, this lady is crazy. She's bringing me an argument between two pages that had both her name and her face on it. And we're like just going back and forth.
Wow.
I did a movie about it, and I'm
Identity theft.
Educate. Yes, it was
Identity theft.
crazy. It was crazy, and they wouldn't do anything for me because I'm an adult. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't take it serious until there was a movie trailer that I produced, my first movie, and it landed on my son who played, and that's what got them. I said, "This is my son." The trailer freeze frame, and I was able to capture a picture of it, and then they were able to make him take it down. And I found out who it was. It was a young kid,
Yes.
He was like a young person who who got mad, in the industry and things like that, because the industry is, the entertainment industry can be something else. So you have to really have tough skin for it. And so, but I didn't let that stop me. But I must admit, I was scared at first because I didn't know what this was. But when I found out, I'm like, oh boy, please. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh, the devil is a liar. That's why.
Mm-hmm,
Ooh, the devil is a liar. That's what I told somebody yesterday. Ooh, he's such a liar.
And the
look
beauty
how
of
good
it
of
is
a
that
liar.
he learned his lesson, because he surely said, he had posted, someone sent it to me, and he something he had created got destroyed, and he said, I know this is my payback for how I treated someone. And I said, that's why you don't seek revenge or anything like that. You just let, you just do what you're supposed to do and do the right thing.
Yep.
So, okay, now, I do have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that we are able to let our readers know how to connect with you, how to make purchases, your website, your social media.
Yeah.
How do we follow you? How do we connect and follow what you're doing?
You can actually follow me on Instagram. I keep updates there.
Okay.
You can always contact me and reach out through Instagram as well. And that's Miss MS, my last name, Figeroux, FIGEROUX, as an X-ray, 28 at Gmail. And at Gmail is my email address. and my Instagram. Miss Figeroux 28 is my email, my Gmail, Instagram, I think Twitter, Miss Figeroux 28. Multiple platforms.
Okay, awesome. And your website address is?
My website is MissFigeroux.com.
Okay, and that's where they can make purchases and
yes, they can
order?
Make purchases, custom orders. So if somebody needs a whole pair of jeans, designed from head to toe, you can reach out to me. You can reach out through Instagram. I accept PayPal, Cash App, all that.
Okay, it sounds good. Sounds good. And real quick, the areas that you, for commercial properties, what areas do you service?
Oh, I've been serving Queens, Brooklyn, Westchester County, and Manhattan, Soho.
Oh, okay, sounds good. And you'll be going to New Jersey for
I'll be heading to Jersey. My next fashion show, actually though, is in Chelsea, Manhattan. Set New York City and Chelsea, Manhattan is the 18th of February. We're raising money. It's a fundraising event to raise money to end child trafficking online. Predators online targeting children. It's a bunch of kids modeling.
Okay.
It's going to be amazing.
Awesome.
And we're going to raise money for that cause.
Okay, cool. And we can get more information from Instagram.
Yes, ma'am.
For that event. Okay, well, it was such a pleasure to
It was so
speak
great
with
talking to
you.
you.
I'm glad we connected.
Yes.
And we'll be in contact with you. I got to make sure I order me something as well.
Yes.
Coming into
a nice blazer. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you so much. And this is Amitra with Infinity Magazine. And I just completed my interview with Shanice Figeroux. Be sure to check her out on her website, on Instagram, and on Twitter. Thank you so much. You be blessed.
Thank you. Appreciate it so much.
Let's go. Quiet nights, there is no sound. Who needs a life with no final